Did you know that a single decision, one you might make as early as tomorrow, could permanently shrink your Social Security check for the rest of your life, and nobody from the government will call to warn you? I know that sounds alarming, and honestly, it should. So many hard-working Americans, people just like you who spent decades building a life worth retiring to, are quietly losing thousands of dollars every single year simply because they weren't told the whole story. Stay right here with me, because today we're going to change that. If you find this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe so you never miss updates like this, and drop a comment below telling me, are you already collecting Social Security, or are you still deciding when to start? Now, let's talk about what's really going on, because the truth is more nuanced than any scary headline you've seen scrolling through your news feed, and it's also far more important. Imagine for a moment a gentleman named Robert. Robert is 62 years old, he's tired from years of working in manufacturing, his knees ache a little more than they used to, and frankly, he's just ready to enjoy his mornings with a cup of coffee on the back porch without an alarm clock. So when Social Security sends him a statement showing he's eligible to start collecting right now, he thinks, why wait? He fills out the paperwork, the checks start coming in, and Robert feels like he's finally made it. What Robert doesn't realize in that moment is that he has just locked in a benefit that is 30% lower than it could have been, permanently, for every single month he lives from that day forward. That's not a scare tactic. That is simply how the Social Security system works, and understanding it could be one of the most valuable things you do for your financial future. Here's the foundation you need to know. Starting in 2026, the full retirement age, what the Social Security Administration calls your FRA, is officially 67 years old for anyone born in 1960 or later. That is the age at which you receive your full, unreduced benefit. Now, you are absolutely allowed to claim as early as age 62, and millions of Americans do exactly that every single year. But claiming at 62 means your monthly check is permanently reduced by 30%. Not temporarily. Not until you turn 67. Permanently. For life. Every single month you receive a Social Security payment for the rest of your years, it will be 30% less than it would have been had you simply waited. Now here's where it gets even more complicated, and this is the part that most people, even some financial advisors, don't explain clearly enough. It's what I like to call the working early trap. Let's say you decide to claim your benefits at 62, but you're also still working part-time, maybe at a local hardware store, helping at a family business, or picking up freelance work to stay busy and supplement your income. Sounds reasonable, right? Here's the problem. The Social Security Administration applies something called the earnings test to anyone who is collecting benefits before their full retirement age but is also earning income from work. In 2026, if you earn more than $24,480 in a year while collecting early benefits, the SSA will withhold $1 for every $2 you earn above that threshold. So if you earn $34,480, just $10,000 above the limit, the government withholds $5,000 of your Social Security payments that year. Now, to be fair, those withheld dollars are not completely lost. The SSA does credit them back to your benefit amount once you reach your full retirement age, slightly increasing your monthly check going forward. But, and this is the critical part, the original 30% reduction from claiming early? That stays. That never gets credited back. That is locked in forever. So you're getting a small recovery on one hand, while permanently carrying a lower base benefit on the other. It's a financial equation that quietly works against you for decades. And speaking of decades, let's talk about something that sounds small but adds up to an absolutely staggering amount of money over a long retirement. It's called the COLA effect, which stands for cost of living adjustment. Each year, Social Security looks at inflation and gives beneficiaries a percentage increase in their monthly payment to help keep up with the rising cost of groceries, utilities, and everything else that costs more every year. In recent years, we've seen COLA increases of 5, 7, even 8% in a single year. Now here's the thing, that percentage is applied to whatever your current benefit amount is. So if your base benefit is lower because you claimed early, Every single COLA increase delivers you fewer actual dollars than it would deliver to someone who waited and has a higher base benefit. Over a 20 or 30-year retirement, which is entirely realistic given how long people are living today, this compounding difference can quietly cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Some estimates put that figure well above $100,000 over the course of a long retirement. That is real money. That is travel, that is medical care, that is peace of mind. Now I want to talk to the married folks watching today, because there is a deeply important piece of this conversation that affects not just you, but the person you love most. When the higher earner in a marriage decides when to claim Social Security, they are not just making a decision for themselves. They are setting the floor for what their surviving spouse will receive if they pass away first. If the higher earner claims at 62 and locks in that permanently reduced benefit, and they pass away before their spouse, that surviving spouse inherits the reduced amount as their survivor benefit. That means a widow or widower could spend potentially 20 years living on a monthly check that was permanently reduced by a decision made decades earlier. I have spoken with so many women, in particular, who find themselves in exactly this situation, outliving their husbands, as women statistically often do, and then discovering that the monthly income they're left with is far less than it could have been. It is one of the most heartbreaking and entirely preventable financial situations I know of. Let's talk about something else that surprises a lot of people, and it has to do with how your benefit is actually calculated in the first place. Social Security doesn't just look at your last few years of work. It looks at your entire working history and specifically your 35 highest earning years. It averages those out, applies a formula, and that becomes the basis of your benefit. Now, what happens if you worked for 30 years but not 35? The SSA fills in those missing 5 years with zeros. That's right, actual zeros get averaged into your calculation, and that pulls your benefit number down significantly. Here's the encouraging flip side of that: if you're 62 and you have some 0 years in your work history, continuing to work even just a few more years, even part-time, can replace those zeros with real earnings and permanently boost your monthly benefit. Working an extra 2 or 3 years past 62 might sound exhausting when you're ready to rest, but the financial reward on the back end of your retirement can be extraordinary. And then there's one more thing I want to mention, because it catches people off guard every single time. Most retirees have their Medicare Part B premiums deducted directly from their Social Security checks. In 2026, that premium is $202.90 per month. Now, when your Social Security benefit is a full, healthy amount, that deduction feels manageable, it's a reasonable percentage of a solid check. But when your benefit has been reduced by 30% because you claimed early, that same $202.90 takes a much bigger bite out of what's left in your pocket each month. It's the same dollar amount either way, but it represents a far larger share of a smaller check. Little things like this compound quietly over years and years, and before you know it, the retirement you imagined and the retirement you're actually living look very different. So what do all of these pieces add up to? They add up to this: the decision of when to claim Social Security is one of the most consequential financial choices you will ever make, and it deserves careful, unhurried thought, not a quick signature on a form because you happen to get a statement in the mail saying you're eligible. The system is not designed to hurt you, but it is also not designed to hold your hand through every implication of every choice you make within it. That responsibility, unfortunately, falls on you. And that is exactly why conversations like this one matter so much. Now, I want you to take a breath, because we've covered a lot of ground together today, and you've stayed with me all the way through, which tells me you're exactly the kind of thoughtful, engaged person who is going to make smart decisions for your future. In just a moment, we're going to bring everything we've talked about together and look at what you can actually do about all of this, the practical steps, the questions to ask, and the strategy that might make the single biggest difference in the retirement income you end up living on for the rest of your life.